Hi everyone. I'm going to try and do this without a look of frustration because my phone has shut off and alarms have gone off like 3 or 4 separate times. And if I put all those minutes together, that would have been a video. So I'm just sitting here with my cup of tea and I'm going to try and calm down a little bit. I got into my phone, I shut off alarms, so help me if anybody calls me, because it totally shuts my recording off. Hi, how are you guys doing? Maybe I should stop this and start it again and be a little bit more pleasant. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and give this a try. So, how are you all doing? I hope you're having great stitchy time. I hope you are having a great summer. Well, I don't know. Is it technically summer? I don't know if it is or not. But I'm sure everybody's kids are out of school unless you homeschool and you homeschool year-round. I tried that a couple of times and because I homeschooled my boys and that did not work. Mama needed time off. I don't know if the boys did or not, but Mama needed time off. So I'm sure for the most part, everybody has got their kids out of school. I have hair everywhere. I am done. I finished up last Thursday. That week was very brutal and I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done. I was so exhausted and tired. Well, exhausted and tired, same thing, isn't it? I was so exhausted. Because we cleaned, we packed, we cleaned ovens and shelves and you name it, and we packed things away because they tend to, they have a tendency to grow legs and walk away out of the kitchen if we don't put them in the storage room and lock them up. So we did all of that, and that was just so tiring. And then on Friday, my first day off, you think I relaxed and stitched? No. Where's the fun in that? I met up with my second lead and we picked strawberries all morning. And then from there, you think I went home with my strawberries? No. Got to keep having fun, right? So I went to grocery store and I spent about 2 hours there. Then I came home. I was going to go to Costco and I thought, no way, I am not going to Costco. And for those of you who don't have a Costco, I think it's like a Sam's Club, so I've heard. We don't have a Sam's Club, but I decided I'll go to Costco another day. So I'll probably do it this weekend. I'm having lunch with my friend, so I will probably stop off there. But yeah, it was just one day, one thing after another, and then Saturday we had Father's Day because my husband had to work on Sunday. And yeah. And it started off the week before. Charlie became very lethargic. I knew something was going on. Like he would look at me but look through me and he wasn't really focused, and he wasn't following me. And it's not like Charlie to sit outside the bathroom door and bark at me like, how dare you shut the door on me? I can't see you. He didn't care where I was on that Saturday. So it's been, what has it been? 3.5 years since we rescued him and his brother with hearts for doxies. And having lost his brother a year later, I'm like super paranoid over Charlie. So got him into the vet and he had a bladder infection. I had them run his senior blood work because he needed done anyway. I like to keep up on that. They checked his ears and everything, and Dr. Mills said, you have a very healthy 13-year-old dachshund. Sounds to me like it's a bladder infection. So we got a urinalysis, and that's what it was. So I was pampering him and watching over him and being paranoid over him until he was feeling better. But now he's back to being Charlie, back to sitting outside the bathroom door barking at me. Gotta love him. He's my little protector man. Well, actually, I don't think he's my protector. He just follows me. He doesn't know what's happening to me. He just wants to know where I'm at. So I'm having tea. It's kind of lukewarm now, but after 4 takes of my video. So I'm going to finish it up real quick. And try not to spill it. It's a really, really good tea. I brought the box to show you. I get it at Trader Joe's. It's Irish breakfast, and it's amazing. And I actually got a decaf because at night, if I feel like a cup of dark, strong tea, I don't want to be up half the night. But it's really, 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 really good. And if you like a strong tea, this is perfect. And it makes a great iced tea. So it's like 90 degrees outside, but it's 68 in my house. So it's hot tea. I gotta go to Walmart because of what I'm having for dinner. I want a salad with it. It's a chicken Alfredo lasagna. So there's no pastas. You use shredded chicken that I already cooked and it's shredded and ready to go. And then you do like turkey. Some people do ham. I did ham once. And you layer it with Alfredo sauce. You can season up the chicken. And you use ricotta and mozzarella. And you just layer them. And I like to have a salad with it. So it's like a low carb meal. Because it's the kind of eating plan I'm on. And I started working out today. So like, I don't know if I said it in this video. If I said it in one of the other 3 or 4 videos I already tried to start. I started my exercising. I'm going to be doing either my exercise videos. I got a bunch of them, which I did the video today, or I'll do my recumbent bike, or if I get up in the morning and feel like it and it's still cool, I'll go out and walk. Yeah, that's my plans. Just to keep moving since I'm not working. But yesterday I was going to start and I woke up with a migraine. Like I was sick until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Geez, I know I just said this. If I already said this in this video, just forward it. Because I know I said it. But I think it was my last take, not this one. But it was about 4 o'clock or so in the afternoon that I felt better and I was able to eat some dinner. I got my husband off to work, and then I did really well. I did a bunch of cross stitching. I did a lot of cross stitching yesterday. And I got up in between my stitching, so like I stitched something for an hour, then I get up and do a couple of things, fold laundry, put it away, and move. Since I didn't do any exercising because I was afraid that it would just, because when I get a migraine, it either slows down to just like a dull pain, or I can get rid of it. But then if I do too much to cause my head to pound, then it'll come right back. And I didn't want that. So I just got up and moved, went out, watered my garden, in between all that, so I wasn't sedentary. And then I was getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden this wave of nausea hit me. I got so sick and lightheaded. And I figured out that what it was having my migraine for so long, and then I was wearing my reading glasses, which I really shouldn't now. And I did not have my contacts in. All of that just all caught up to me. So I ended up really nauseated. I went to bed. Things were kind of dizzy. Even when you close your eyes, it's like, go to sleep, go to sleep. So I had to force myself to wake up on time this morning because I couldn't sleep that well. And I don't want to get into the habit of sleeping in until, you know, goodness knows how long. So I got up this morning and I felt much better, much better. And I was able to work out. We're really glad about that. I'm eating healthy again. Really glad about that. Started that yesterday. Like, we had junk and we had people brought food for work, and then there was a days that we didn't even bring lunch because we got off at noon, and so then I had errands to run, and I'd stop and grab a bite to eat. So it's like, nah, I'm back to eating better. I feel much better after yesterday. So that's about all that's happening to me. That's pretty much life here. We do have our water source that's got toxins in it from algae bloom. So we can't drink the water. We can wash dishes and laundry as long as the dishes air dry completely. But anything drinking and cooking, we use bottled water. I get water at work because where I work, it's on a different water source. They have a water well and water tower and stuff. Yeah, so it's the water there at work is safe. And my second lead is working the summer program through July, and she said, just bring your jugs, come by and say hi to me, and pick up some water. And then we've got National Guard in all different areas here with water trucks, so it hasn't been that big of a deal. I bought like 2 cases of water, and one I gave to my son who lives down the street. So that's about it, guys. That's it. I'm slowly getting back into it, or getting into a summer routine. I'm not doing any gardening or any painting until next week, just after working as much as I did last week and then not feeling good. I just decided I'm going to catch up on stitching, get into a routine here in the house, and then I'm going to add some things. So next week, hopefully on a Monday, I will start with my craft room. And painting it is one of the things I need to do. So, you know, I'm going to start doing these things. But, yeah, I was just going to jump right into it. And then I was like, forget that. It's my summer. I have plenty of time. Just take it slow. It'll be alright. Once I get into it, then I'm one of these, let's just get it and get it done. So yeah, hopefully I will be able to start recording in my craft room and get it all organized. I'm going to move some things, shift some things, and I can just start recording in there. And then that way I don't have to pull things out. I can just set it down, and when I'm done showing, I can put it away. And that'll be good. So I have some things to show you that I bought. I got a pile of stuff over here. I'm pretty sure I have not shown it to you. But first we're going to go ahead and show you the stitching. So this summer I decided that I am not going to stitch something different every day so I could touch on my projects. My focus this summer is to get stuff done. I have 20-some finishes, and I have not accomplished any goals that I wanted to set and wanted to do, which is start decorating my house with seasonal, and then have certain year-long stuff. They're all in bags. They're all WIPs. I've got a couple finishes here and there for Christmas. So they're still not going up. So I'm doing some finishes, and basically I'm picking a focus piece, and that's what I'm focusing on, and working on that, and that will motivate me to just get it done. I will have other pieces that I am stitching on for about an hour. I did one that I'll show you, and I stitched that for about an hour. I'm going to stitch this next one, and then I'm about ready to show you for a little bit. I don't know, I may go to the store, come back, get dinner going because it bakes for a while, and stitch on this while that's baking. But it's been great because I've been watching Flosstube, so like if I'm stitching something that I know is supposed to be about an hour or so, I will turn on an hour-long Flosstube. Like I just watched Crafting Between Stitches, and hers was like an hour and 15 minutes, and it was perfect. So I did one of my things, and I got it where I wanted it. And if I'm behind on somebody and they have like 30-some minute videos, I watch 2 of them. So that's kind of my guide on how long I'm stitching. But this is one that I'm working on, which is for my friend. The Mandela Wolf, is it Mandala? I don't know, people. It's a wolf. But isn't she beautiful? I think it's a girl. That's what I think. And she's beautiful. Awesome Pattern Studios from Etsy. I was keeping it in this and just kept it next to me all the time. But I've got a really, really expensive filtration system on our heater. Air filtration because of my allergies. But I have 5 dogs and they're usually around me when I'm stitching. And it was starting to get fur dusty, if that's a word. So now I just take it off every day after I spend my time on it and put it in the baggie. This is how far I've gotten. Not that far, but working on the ear. This is a 14 count white Aida, obviously white. But the colors are really, really pretty and the pattern is super easy to follow. And I've got it on a PDF file, and the PDF file is done so that on my good reader I can highlight what I've stitched, which is really cool. So I don't have to print it out and mark it, because even though it's really easy, because there's so many splotches of color in there, you really want to try and highlight it. And then I am working on, now for this week, I spend about an hour, hour and a half every day on my Happily Ever After from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I am doing Little House on the Prairie. So I am doing these smaller ones because my friend's birthday is in September. You think I can get it done this September? And not give it to her next September? And then something like this. And these are my afternoon stitches when I'm home. So here I am. I've got the cabin done. I don't know where I was the last time you saw it, but I got all of the border done on this side finally. And then I am working on the border here. So what I do is I grab a color and I do it, and then when I'm done, I work on a color on the cabin. And today I will come in and do another color for the border here and work on another area, and then the border should be done. Should be. Yeah, pretty sure it will be. I think it's only 2 colors. And then tomorrow, I don't know, I have my company picnic to go to, and I leave here about 3:30-ish. 3:45, something like that. 3:30. Yeah, I'll leave at 3:30. And I'm only going to spend a couple hours, so this is going to be my focus piece. I probably won't stitch on some of this other stuff. So I will start the border for Happily Ever After, and I'll just work on a bunch of that and then come back here. My goal is I've got to have this finished, and I really want it done in a week. And this will just be a bonus. So that's my plan. And then my focus piece is, I'm going to tighten it up so you can see it better. Oh, Halloween tree. And look at that, I have the tree done. I am so excited. Like, oh, I can't tell you how excited I am that I have the tree done. And this tree was a lot larger than I thought it was going to be. And then I've started, I got the next key. That was a big key. And the bone. So all that's done. And then tonight I'm going to do the pumpkin. That's like that. Will be over here. And I'm working up. Just because of the way the pattern is, it works better if I go up. So I will do the pumpkin. There's a spider that I will do. And then I get to go on to the next pattern. There's a little bit of, you see this here? It's got little flowers on it. I don't know if you can see it very well. But it's on here. And just a little bit of one shows on this part of the pattern. But I'm just going to hold off until I get over here, because it's just a small bit of the flower. But yeah, I'm thrilled that I got that far. And look, I restitched the tombstone, so it's kind of crooked because of the way I have it. There we go. But it's done correctly this time, and I put black in it. It was supposed to be the color of the tree, but I wanted to do black for RIP. But there it is. That is my focus piece, and I will be stitching on this until it is done. I got a little stain right here. I don't know where it came from. Like, I washed my hands. If I get up and change the laundry and put the laundry away, before I sit down to stitch, I wash my hands. I don't know what happened to that. I hope it doesn't matter. I hope it stops, because there is a motif right up here. I hope that doesn't matter, that it'll get put behind. However I decide I want to finish it. I've got one more thing that I've been stitching on, and you have not seen this at all. It's a new start. Do you want to ask me why? I know, I just told you I want everything done, but I really wanted to do it. This is a free pattern. If I can remember, I will put it down below. And I'll put all the information down below. Okay? So, this is a 2018 SAL. And the pattern's all right there. The SAL is, I think that there is a Facebook group that people are going to show their colors. And it is a temperature SAL. So the temperature outside in your area. I know it's June. I started this about, well, it was my second to last week of work when I was stitching really well and getting more stitching in. So each block is not very many stitches, and if you get caught up, it would probably take like less than 5 minutes out of your stitchy day every day. You could probably even do it every couple of days and just do a few of them. I kind of want to do it every day. Keep up on it for like 3 minutes or whatever. But this here is the actual blocks. I highlight it to keep track. So you start in the center and you go January the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and it keeps going like that in blocks all the way. And eventually up in here somewhere, it's going to have 2018. This is the pattern, and I don't mind showing it to you. It's free, like I said. It comes in 2 parts and it overlaps. So you got to keep track of that so you don't stitch the same design. I really need to cut it, so because I keep I'm afraid I'm going to mess up, and I keep second guessing myself. But here's the patterns. It's 5 by 5 blocks, so I don't know if you're seeing that very well. I mark off also every time I'm done, but you can see they're small designs, and 1 block is for 1 day. Okay. how I picked my colors for my temperature. I went online and I did a Google search for color conversion. Oh no, what did I say? Temperature chart with DMC colors. I think that's what I said. But I found a blog that a woman is doing, because she's doing it also. She did it last year and she's doing it this year, and I think it's a design she's done on her own. Remember right? And she had a copy on her page of, it's on one side is all the temperatures spanning 5 degrees. So like, you know, 1 degree to 5 degrees, 6 degrees to 10 degrees. And then in the center has the DMC color. And then on the other side has the DMC number to that color. So then, because I'm behind, I went on and found Salem, Oregon's temperature, weather, and I saved that, and it's a calendar with the dates, and it has all the past temperatures and then the current one. So I'll keep looking on that for the current accurate temperature. So what I do is I take a notebook and I write down first, second, third, fourth, all the way for the month, and I write down what the temp was on the 1st of January, the 2nd of January, and next to the temperatures, you know, like 46 degrees, I do a slash and I do the DMC number. And like, it literally takes me like I could be watching Flosstube and do it, or Doctor Who. Yeah, I am becoming obsessed with Doctor Who. I have 3 episodes of the first one left, and I started a few days back. I love Doctor Who. It's so corny that I'm addicted. And so far, I love the first Doctor. Of the one that started, the series that started in 2005. Not like the old one. Haven't watched those, but I love him. And I know he's not going to be on this season 2, and I'm devastated. But who knows, maybe I'll like the other ones, but I love him. He's my favorite Doctor already. But he's my only Doctor so far. But I just watched Doctor Who, and I have it written down in like 7 minutes, 5 minutes. Probably as long as it takes for me to stitch one of these, or a row. So let me show you. This is how far I've gotten. Isn't that so pretty? This is my marker for my up. I don't want to accidentally turn it around. But isn't it beautiful? Such pretty colors. So that's January the 1st to March, where am I at? March 18th, I believe. Oh, it's in front of me. Yeah, March 8th. It's upside down. 17th, sorry. This ended on March 17th. And I started it not quite 2 weeks ago, and there were days last week I never even touched it. Never even touched it at all. I can do like 14 days. I can get a month done. Well, today I started March the 1st, and I got 17 days. So I could actually get a month done in 2 days, 2 or 3 days, given how much time I have. So I am going to get caught up on this in no time, and just have to stitch one block, which is like, this is a block, this is a block. So I start in the center. Temperatures were kind of wild in January, February, and March, huh? Cannot wait until we start getting into summer ones and start getting into like the oranges and the reds up against this. And then when you're done, if you look here, it's a border. And I've got to figure that one out, because if you look, it's blank. So I'm not quite sure. So it has a date, and then it's blank, a date, and it's blank. It's not blank, it's stitched. I'm not sure what goes there, but I'm not worried about it until I get closer. Oh, it's on here. Duh, look at the chart, Fran. There it is. Yeah, okay, maybe if I open my eyes once in a while, I'll see what's in front of my face. Did I tell you that I've been really, really tired and sick? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, I'm not going to mess with that. That's my stitching, and that is what I am working on every single solitary day until it's done. Yeah, and once I get caught up on the temperature chart and I only have to stitch one for like 3 minutes, it'll probably take me 1.5 minutes actually. I've gotten really fast at that, and it repeats for a couple of times and then it goes into a different design, or there may be a different design part way and then it'll go into one and repeat. So it doesn't take long to catch on. So once I get that, I won't be spending however long trying to get caught up. So like the 35 minutes it takes me to do a half a month, or more than half a month, I won't have to worry about it. So I don't want to be boring with my stitching, but I need to get some of this stuff done. I just really do. And I'm grabbing things that either I've been working on a long time, or I know I can just get them out. And I knew once I got done with this tree, the motifs are really fast. So now I'm going to show you my haul. So I was watching Tina Simply in Stitches, and she does videos on knitting and teaching people how to knit. And I knitted a scarf, and then I went to knit socks, and I got the circular needles that she showed, and then I got some sock yarn at Michael's just to practice. And I got so frustrated, I just wadded it up, and I gotta get them all out, the needle, or the floss, I'll get the words right, the yarn off of the needles so I can do this. But I just wadded it up and threw it with my yarn. Well, I've been watching Kay's Cross Stitch, and with her O yarn segment, and I'm like, all right, so like, if she can do this, I can do this. Like, she just started knitting, and look at her go. You go, Kay. And she's been getting this beautiful yarn off of Etsy. I'm trying not to hiccup. I'm holding it in. It's like, don't hiccup. So I got onto Etsy, and I figured, you know, it's probably the sock yarn. It splits. It's horrible. And Tina said you want to get really good quality yarn, sock yarn, so it doesn't split, because you're working with such little tiny needles. So I looked and saw it all and saw beautiful stuff and wanted to buy all the things, but I controlled myself because I still don't know if it's that or if it's me. Well, I got onto this site here on Etsy, and I don't know if it's focusing. Just put your glasses on, friend. You know you can't see. There we go. It's Black Sheep Dye Works, if it's not in focus. And she had small skeins of yarn. And I thought that would be perfect to just buy. It's like $5 with shipping. I thought that would be perfect so I could practice. And if I just really suck at it, then I'm not out a lot of money. But then I thought, oh great, after I put it in my cart, what if I catch on? This makes one sock. I'll look kind of stupid. So I bought 2. I mean, with shipping, it was like 13 bucks. So, and it's beautiful color, and it's so soft. It is really soft. So I hope I can catch on to it. So cross stitching isn't the only thing I'm going to be doing. And it's variegated. You can see that very well. It's not as bright of a blue, it's actually darker. And this would work great for work because it looks a lot like my uniform shirts. So I love that. I can't wait to try it. And then, what do I have? I did a couple 1, 2, 3 stitch orders, and I've got another one to send off soon. But I got my very first Lizzie Kate Thankful string. And it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but that's okay. It's super, super cute, and I want to get all 4 seasons. I picked the Thanksgiving one because this summer, like I said, I'm focusing on finishes. And then hopefully I can pull this out and get it whipped up in no time and not feel guilty about all the whips I have. And then I purchased some floss. I'm slowly getting floss for my vintage birds, I think is what it's called. So I got Loganberry. Totally did not help. And then 2 portobellas because that color came up quite a few times. There are some that call for some specialty flosses that there's not a lot of stitching to it, and I have got so much DMC. So much DMC, it's insane. I have 5 of those boxes that I keep them in now. 5. They stack, if I put them on my table here, they stack about that high. I have gone to putting my floss in the bags that I'm stitching at this point, and then when I'm done, like my happily ever after, I will put them back in my boxes so they are available for the next thing that I want to work on. So it was getting too hard to flip through all of my boxes because I pulled all my floss out of all my whips, and I love having them available. I really, really do. I also purchased, stuff is falling, some colors for my next, and I pulled them out so I can start working on them. I pulled colors out for Christmas Tree Farm, or purchased them, I mean, sorry. And then, and I already had the button, and then I purchased floss for North Pole Post Office. And I purchased that button, and I bought Blue Coat Red, and Turkish Red. This is so beautiful. I want to buy a bunch of it and have it on hand. You can really see the variegation there. And I purchased straw. And this is pretty variegated. It's just not showing very well. Well, not too bad. But yeah, there's quite a bit of variegation in that. That goes for this house. And if you could see the picture, you'd tell that there is variegation. There was one color that North Pole called for, and it was Louisiana Hot Sauce, and it was just for that pole. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy it for that. And I started digging around with my floss and realized I think I have a color that would actually work really well for that. I don't know. I'll play with it. And then it called for hazelnut, and I've already got, I think, a couple hazelnuts. So I've got these 2 ready to go. And then I bought this one, I'm sure you remember, as a kit. Everything is in there. And so this is, not Anne, but this is ready. These are all 3 ready to go for me to stitch on them. All I have to do is start dyeing some more fabric, so coffee tea dye it, so it matches the other ones. Fall. Let's see. And then I bought, I'll show my fabric last. Oh, I have something else to show you that I worked on. That's right. I worked on that a couple days ago. My bad. I'm not done with my WIPs. This came in the mail. This just was just released. I probably won't do a flip through. Maybe I'll do a flip through video for anybody who wants to watch it, but I'll wait a little bit because some people may not have gotten their book yet. And I'll just do a little disclaimer. If you haven't gotten your book, don't view this. If you like surprises. But I love this. Oh, it's beautiful. But I do have to show you one. So if you don't want to see it, close your eyes. Go get a cup of tea. Trader Joe's, Irish breakfast. Was it Irish breakfast? Yeah. Amazing. There's a bunch that's really cool. But doesn't this remind you of a Lizzie Kate? You know I'm going to stitch this. I love the Santa and the little deer, but look at that. Look at that little thing. Does that not look like Doctor Who's police booth? I think I just got Doctor Who on the brain now. And this came with it. And it's really sweet, really cute. I was thinking about stitching these up, not as stockings, but putting Ivan's name, because it's a doggy angel, and then stitching 2 of the kitties, one this color, and putting Peaches, and then change the color with the next one, the color of our Yoda, who was Tiger Stripe. Just as a little memorial to them. But yeah, really cute things. This is really cute. So, it's, I think it's all pets. Oh yeah, duh. I never looked at the name. Cute Christmas Pets. That was a giveaway, right? So yeah, got that. You know, the funny thing is, it sent it to me, and then it said, like, you ordered this, or, you know, your order finally came in, was just released, something to that effect. I don't remember ordering it. Now, I've ordered the last 2, and I am glad I got it, because I want to keep getting these, but I honestly don't remember ordering it. Maybe I ordered it, and it had a choice of continuing to get them. I don't know. Or I just don't remember. That could very well be it. So there's that. Okay, that's not happening. I'll show you my last WIP when I'm done. I'm almost done. So I purchased 25 count easy grid white gray for my Haid. I'm just going to put this in. Not sure when I'm going to start my Haid since I'm doing this massive WIP cleanup. Almost ticked up again. It's going to happen. I thought it was going to be white gray, like off whitish, because my Haid is going to be the mini Book of Dog Talk, and it has the dachshund in the medieval castle room. No, it's white with gray stripes, grid lines. But I'll give it a try. I wanted to do 1/1, and I really didn't want white showing through since it's supposed to be a dark piece. I may save it for something else and do, I don't know. We'll see. But I got it. And then before that, because I'd done 2 orders, I actually picked this out with the idea of a Haid in mind. And this is what color I thought it was going to be. Just this really pretty gray color, right? And it's called Stormy Night, Lugana, 25 count. It's one of those that's stamped. I didn't know it was going to look like this. There, that's better. It's so pretty. It is so, so pretty. Like, I can't stop looking at it. And I think I want to do like maybe a mermaid on this or something, because it does look like, kind of looks like granite, but it kind of looks like a stormy, like it calls a stormy night. But it kind of looks like waterways. I mean, this could be used for a lot of different things. So I know when the when the right one comes along, it'll be for this. I'm not going to do a hade on this. I don't generally do hades on hand-dyed or stamped dyed fabric, even though this is the first stamp fabric I've ever gotten, because I want the picture to be the focus and it covers it all. Now, there's some people like to do it so that when they frame it, they leave the outer part showing, and it works really well with the design that they're doing, but I don't tend to do those kind. I haven't purchased any that would work like that. So that's me. So then I got my Victorian pink color and cotton. Okay, it's not that dark. It's lighter than that. It's really pretty. I love it. I don't get a big piece because this is, I'm stocking up on my 14 count. Those other two pieces weren't that big either because they were for my minis. Not quite sure if I'm ready to do a large hade yet. Every time I get ready to do the fantasy bookshelf, I like freak out. Go back and watch Simply in Stitches, and she's doing one that's the companion to what I have. It's almost identical, and she got this piece of fabric for it, and it's gigant. Like, she had to stand up and back way back, and that terrifies me that mine is that big. So then I got my Under the Sea Fabrics Dryad. I don't know what it's called. But it's a smaller piece too. But that's really, really pretty. Like a little mermaid would look cute on that. It's not a very big piece. Sometimes I get these and I'm glad I just get a small piece. And then I get something like this and think, oh, I need a bigger piece for what I want to stitch on. Then I got my Fabrics by LJ Honeydew. That's not very good. It either shows it way too yellow, way too white. It's in between. It is a yellow. A light yellow with waves of white. It's not showing it. And that's what I got. And then I will be ordering a couple more flosses, I think. Not so much for my vintage birds, but I want to get everything else to finish these up. Get them done. Don't fall. And then I will show you my patterns that I pick out. Oh, my phone's going to die because it's taking me so long to do these things. But I will show you this real quick. No, I don't have the pattern for it. But I've been pulling this out and stitching a word or a phrase every couple of days or so. I didn't touch it yesterday because as bad as I was feeling, I was stitching really well on some things, and I'm going to take my glasses off again so I don't get another headache. I didn't want to press my luck by stitching on this that's really detailed, and I really have to focus and look at it really clear because there's, you know, back stitches and quarter stitches, and you really got to you really got to concentrate on it when you're doing some of the words that go around. So, but this is as far as I've gotten. I got this done in 2 days. And then I got some words here and here. So yeah, I've got a little green, some words for green, and then a few more petal-like things. And I will have blossoming words, something, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have this complete, so this will be another. I'm not going to have this be a focus piece, but it is a focus piece. I'm trying to remember who I heard from that is doing 1 word a day on something, I think wordplay. I think it's Jamie from Nana's Needles. She was doing 1 word a day because she was getting bogged down by all the words and word plays for the every month. And somebody said just do 1 word a day, and she did, and now she's getting them all done. And she's actually finding she's doing a couple words in a day. So I thought that's a great idea for this. So it's not really a focus piece, but I'm trying to work on it every day or every few days when I don't have a migraine. So that's what I forgot to show you because I haven't done it in a couple of days. And the only other thing I have left is, I don't remember if I showed this to you. I know I posted it on Instagram, but my July is done. I just need to fully finish it. And I'm hoping to get the fabric I need for this. Maybe today when I go out to the store, because Walmart has a fabric section, and when I want to do something small, I usually find some small bundle of fabric. But this is really cute, and I'm really glad I did July in white. So that's all I have. That's plenty. I'm over an hour in. It's taken me more like an hour and 30 minutes to actually do this. And I'm going to get off because I got to get to the store. It's 4 o'clock now, and get the stuff for my salad so I can get home and make dinner. Get that in the oven and start working on, what was I going to work on? I think I'll work on the Happily Ever After because of what time it is. Yeah, I'll work on that while that's cooking. So my plan was to actually film like every Sunday or every Monday. And yesterday, or Sunday was Father's Day, as I said. I went out with my husband, got him ready for work, and that was late. And then Monday was yesterday, and I was so sick, people. I was so sick. So I don't plan on being sick every Monday. So I hope to do videos every week. One of the things I'm thinking about giving a try is some vlogging. I'm thinking maybe if I could do some vlogs and show you how far I've come on these pieces instead of doing full videos, because that would make more sense. I can't imagine them being very long because I'm not going to have like this huge haul. I try to minimize a lot of stuff during the summer since I don't work, and we are rebuilding a lot of savings with my husband being out of work for 4 months when he had pneumonia. So yeah, you know, I'm always trying to be careful, right? And then I show you all this stuff, but this was over the last few weeks or so. I should only have one haul that I'm doing, and that's about it. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and try doing the vlogging, and then that will allow me some time to try and play around with iMovies and see if I can do any of the editing. This last school year was just too crazy, and with my husband being sick, that was part of last year, or it was this year, but yeah, just life. So playing around with movie editing was like not on the forefront. So I've got a little more time to do that. So that's my goal. And yeah, we'll see if that works. If you don't see any, then that tells you that I did not play around with my computer to try and figure it out. So yeah, I will try and get those links below if you want to do the temperature thing. If you don't want to start this year and have to play catch up, then you'll have it and just do it for next year. Just print it off and just put 2019 instead. It would be the same pattern. There's nothing other than the date. There's no reason not to do it for the following year. And I'll put all the links on there, but it'd be really easy to catch up. We're halfway done with the year of 2018, and I'm already catching up. So yeah, if you've got time, you can just whip it right out. And I guess that's about it. Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. So I hope you all have a wonderful week this week, and have a great summer, and I hope you're really enjoying yourself. So I'm getting off of here before I start to ramble, because I really don't have anything else to say. Yeah. So we will talk to you all later. Thank you all so much for stopping by and listening to me ramble and talk endlessly. So we will see you soon. Bye, everyone.